weekly team gathering. Scott, are you here?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Eh, I can hear you great. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, that's good. All right, we have some celebrating to do. Go at it.
Yes, we do. I want to congratulate all of our brand new consultants this week. Ronnie Clements, Maria Claridad, Addie Davis, and Neil Anderson. Congratulations for all of you reaching the rank advancement of consultant. Way to go. On to manager.
Woo!
All right.
Woohoo!
Okay, also rank advancing to Crystal Manager this week. Congratulations goes out to Lorene Mulder. Congratulations,
Woohoo!
Lorene. Awesome. Okay, that is the rank advancers for the week. What I want to talk about now is getting yourself to ISA University in Phoenix in November. We are going to be there. In fact, we're going to be there from the 16th all the way through the 21st. We're going to stay and watch Aaron run Ironman in Phoenix on the 20th. We're also going to be having a celebration for Gina's birthday on the 18th. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We do have a lot of team members going. I hope that you will make the intention of getting yourself there. It will be very worth your while. And they say that attending events like this will accelerate the growth of your business by at least twice as fast as you would rank advance. You will rank advance faster just by getting yourself to these events and getting your team members to these events. That's how Tracy O'Malley has built her business so quickly, like in 3.5 years. She's close to $1 million a year already, and she's done it by getting her team members to events, the core 4 events. This is one of the core 4. And if you do, I guess, just follow what Tracy's been doing and getting your people there and having them get their people there, and it just grows and grows and grows. So very important. Events are the key to growing your business. One of the main keys to growing your business. All right.
You guys, I want to add to that too, because if you want to go on there and get your hotel situated ASAP, the sooner that you do it, the better rates you can find, especially if you're going on such apps as Priceline or Trivago. You want to do that ASAP. So get that situated right away. Another possibility is using Airbnb, but you want to get that done now because this is just over a month away. See you there.
All right. We are in week 7 of the 90-day game plan. How's that going for all of you that started right when we started? Are you doing the work? You know, are you putting in the time? Are you doing the income producing activities? Very important, you guys. Income producing activities, getting at least 2 people a day to watch a presentation. If you do that every day, 5 days a week, take a couple days off if you want, but do 2 presentations a day, 5 days a week. That's going to be at least 52 people into your business in a year, at least 52. That would be the low number. So what would that do for your income? You have to think of it that way. So get out there and just meet people, and don't make it an agenda when you're meeting people, but make it an intention to get 2 people a day just to take a look and just say, hey, just curious, would you be open to taking a look at something that you could bring in an extra $500, $600 every month in your spare time, and not interfering with what you're currently doing? Would that be something you'd be open to taking? So we can show people how to save that much money just on their taxes before they even enroll their first person. So, all right, so this is how you do it. Log into your back office, your associate back office. Go to the resources tab, training center on the green bar to the far right, okay? And enter the 90-day challenge. And also for new associates, make sure you definitely enter the boot camp as well, okay? Basic training boot camp is in the same section. So those are all awesome tools. If you're really serious about growing this business, you need to be plugging into these tools that our company is offering us. All right, Gina.
Okay, there is me. All right, everybody. Hey, Just a couple of pieces real quick before we get into our little health training for tonight. But I wanted to tell you about this week's special that Isagenix has just kind of popped up out of the blue. So we're super excited and we want to share the news. Free shipping for all new associates. So what does this mean? It means anyone that you're enrolling for the first time who does not, or somebody who has formerly been on Isagenix that no longer has an active account. Those people are also qualified for the free shipping. They need to have a 175 BV order, and that could be on anything, any products that Isagenix makes, whether it be a system or kit or just random product, any of that. Okay, they qualify for that free shipping. So we really want to get that word out. People absolutely love free shipping. I know I do, don't you? So make sure that everybody knows that. I'm also going to be sending out an email this week to the team to remind the folks that are maybe sitting out there on the fence knowing that they had their Isagenix account before but might have expired, and really pushing them to this is a good time to get re-enrolled. All right, tonight I'm going to be talking about leaky gut syndrome, and this was actually an idea I was introduced to about 20 years ago. So leaky gut syndrome is absolutely not new, but so for years my doctors were testing me for all kinds of situations that they thought might be, or he thought might be going wrong in my own body. And of course, fibromyalgia was the label that was given to me way back when. And I always said the doctor suggested that's what I have because there was no absolute blood test for that. It's more of a sensory test and whatnot. But at any rate, in a whole lump of situations that nobody really wants to live with. However, as soon as I got super healthy, the nurse practitioner that I began working with actually gave me a handout. It was, just a Xerox copy of leaky gut syndrome. And she says, I've been looking into this, and I really do feel like leaky gut syndrome is the precursor to a lot of autoimmune diseases and whatnot. And I took that home, and I still have that sheet 20 years later in my files, which is hilarious. But I just looked at that title and went, holy Hannah, that is a horrible title. Who wants leaky gut syndrome? It just sounds so gross. And I read a little bit about it. And it's a horrible situation, and we're just learning so much more about it. But you guys, most of you on this webinar today, you might be suffering from leaky gut syndrome because it's huge. It's absolutely an epidemic, and it really is the precursor to what a lot of autoimmune diseases and disease comes from. And you might this is really interesting. So you are what you digest, not what you eat. You are what you digest. And I want to say that because you're looking at this picture right here, right now. And yeah, we think of leaky gut syndrome as inflammation in the gut and, pain and discomfort in the gut. But it goes so much further than that because look at here, now, nutrients malabsorption, and especially from vitamin B12 and magnesium and iron. And that's because your cells are clogged. Your body's all clogged up with all these toxins all throughout our body. You already know this because we do address that with Isagenix, that part. But if your body is loaded with all the junk, then and your body's not processing properly, then you're going to be suffering from a lack of nutrition, no matter if you're using the healthiest nutrition on the planet. Sometimes we get people coming in and they're taking shakes and they're using our vitamins and everything, and they're like, gosh, I know I'm feeling somewhat better, but there's something still lacking. And that we like people to cleanse and go through the whole process. And I'll tell you, this is very, very interesting. But when you take a sponge and you have it full of water, okay, picture that sponge, it's completely filled. And then you try to pour more stuff onto it. Nothing's going to absorb, right? Because that sponge is full. But now wring out that sponge. It's still damp, but now you can pick up more and more and more again. Well, the same thing's with your cells. Your cells are loaded with stuff, with toxins. stuff that is man-made that doesn't belong in your body. See, we have detoxifying organs. We have our kidneys and our liver and to go through all these different processes and whatnot. Your skin, even your breath, helps to detoxify your body. But when it's all clogged like that sponge is, it can't take in the new information. Now enter leaky gut, where pieces that you're taking in are actually not even going through the right channels, okay? They're breaking out into an uncharted territory. It's not going through the right system in your body to digest and break down. So all these horrible things end up going on. Now, how do we even get leaky gut? Where does that even start from? Well, a number of things, but some of the common things that you can look out for right now and just, keep a note of and make sure that you're avoiding is look at your oils. In our Infinity page, I do have a list in the file section of what oils to avoid, what oils that are safe for you. And vegetable oils are terrible. If it says corn oil or something like that, they're trying to sell you a bill of goods like vegetables are good, so the oil from vegetables are good. And no, it's bad. Stay away from that. Crisco, run fast from any of those solid shortening type oils. I mean, look at how solid it is in that can. That's what is going to happen in your body. You don't want that. It's bad. Stay away. Go to your grapeseed oils. Coconut oil is actually, it's not a solid. It solidifies when it's sitting there, cold. But in the summertime, if you live in a warm climate, you'll see that it liquefies again and whatnot. But coconut oil is actually very, very, very good for you. Avocado oil, grapeseed oil, and olive oil we really like raw. You don't want to cook with it unless it's like really low heats, but it's great to dip in. It's great to, finish a dish with. So stick to those. Those are actually good for you and healthy. And butter. Butter is really good for you as long as it's organic. You don't want to go to any, part of the cow that's loaded in toxins and whatnot if it's not an organic cow. Stay away from butter that is not organic. Okay, and then the next thing is processed grains. We do talk about gluten a lot. Scott and I do avoid. Our daughter cannot have gluten. But when I say processed grains, I mean gluten in the United States especially, it's just not even what it once was. So it's super, super, first of all, you got GMO, okay? We talk about GMO all the time, how bad that is. So it's GMO. The next thing is it's herbicides, pesticides, insecticides, that's all suicide. So you want to stay away from that. And then it's processed to bits. And so any nutrition that once might have been there is really stripped away. An exception, sort of, kind of, not really. It's still processed and everything. Sourdough is going to play differently in your gut than a regular bread would. It's still, you got to look at the GMO factor. You got to look at, the piece if it's not organic, the spraying, all that kind of thing. But the actual bread itself, if you're going to have any at all, again, organic is best. But if organic sourdough might cause you less gut issue if you don't have a problem with gluten, okay? And if you do have a problem with gluten sensitivity, any amount is bad, any amount. So you really, you guys, it's not like you can have a cupcake today and your gut will be healed in a week. It's really like a 6-month process. Yeah. So the good news is there's a lot of alternatives out there. So we do talk about that. Okay, toxins is another piece that will really create a leaky gut environment for you. So you want to stay away from toxins. Yeah, that is a huge piece why we continue to cleanse maybe every 6 weeks or so. We're 10.5 years into this. So about every 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, we do a 2-day or even what we call a 9-day, where we do 2 days of cleanse, 5 days back at shakes, and 2 days of cleanse. That's to really thoroughly give us a good detox. Skin care. Brandy did an amazing job teaching us all about skincare, both on our team call several months ago, as well as our local event, Super Saturday, here in Coeur d'Alene just a week and a half ago. Really great new information there, but nutritionally speaking, your skincare seeps right on into your body. And skincare that you use that is not clean, like our Rejuvenity line, you really want to watch out for, because there's so many toxins in skincare, both in cosmetics and lotions, and even your shampoos, conditioners, face washes, yeah, the body lotions you're using, shaving creams, deodorants. You want to be very cautious as to what you put on your body. I do a whole piece on that, all the natural skincare that that is available to us today is so much. It's just so much easier to find, and we do have a great line with Isogenics, so you want to make sure that you're taking a good look at that. And then medications and antibiotics. Gosh, you guys, that's the gateway. That's a huge gateway piece to leaky gut syndrome. So you got to look at that. Were you a kiddo that was just loaded with antibiotics, for your entire growing up, and are you having issues now? So that might be a telltale. Mold and fungus is also a gateway opening door to leaky gut syndrome. So if you've had mold exposures and whatnot in the past, that might be. Gallbladder or appendix having been removed. Oftentimes we hear that those pieces are just not even needed in our body. Well, my gut always tells me that if God put it there, there's got to be a reason for it. So yeah, simple like having your gallbladder removed or your appendix. And of course, if your appendix has burst and that kind of thing are about to burst, sometimes we have emergency measures that are addressed. But in general, if you are having issue now and you've had one of those things happen, that very well could have been emotional distress. And you hear me talk, especially if you're in my total transformation, if you're in one of those classes, then we talk about emotional distress and things like that as well. And your gut truly is your second brain. When we talk about having that gut feeling, or my gut tells me, or even, if you've gotten upset about anything, you don't feel it in your brain. You feel it in your tummy. That's where the region is. So our gut is our emotional response. That's where we get everything. So again, if you're emotionally distressed or having stress of any kind, that's another gateway to leaky gut. So you say, Gina, there's no way in life that I can live here in a little bubble and never be stressed. Well, that's absolutely true. That is true. So that's why we have to, start working on healing that leaky gut. Definitely detoxing and keeping our bodies as clean as possible is huge. Some of the things that you can eat that will help that leaky gut syndrome, sauerkraut. And right now you might have seen me make on some of my Facebook posts and stuff. I'm in the process of making our sauerkraut right now, because this is the great time of year. This is when your cabbage is coming off those little cabbage patches and available to you. And I picked some up at our farmer's market. My sauerkraut has 3 ingredients and it's super easy to make. So I just want to see who's been paying attention. You can just comment right here on the post and let us know what's in Gina's sauerkraut. I'll give you a little hint. It's pink. My sauerkraut is pink or purple, whatever. But I'll give you that recipe here soon. The other thing is kefir. Kefir is readily available in the healthy section at the grocery store. I still think it's absolutely ridiculous that we have to have healthy sections in the grocery store. I mean, all food should be healthy. Interesting. Bone broth. I have a shelf in my freezer that is filled with bone broth. And yeah, that's huge. So, some of us spend an entire day making it, but it is also now available in the organic section, the healthy section of many stores, many natural food stores. You'll be able to find that as well. Coconut. So that'd be the meat of the coconut, the water of the coconut, the milk of the coconut, the oil of the coconut, all of the coconut. So this is not your fried coconut chips, just FYI. But coconut in general is very healing for leaky gut. And finally, one of the most healthiest foods that you can eat for leaky gut and also for brain health, which again, the brain and the gut are entwined. I know that they're not next door to each other, but they are absolutely entwined to each other. So that would be blueberries. And if everybody could eat 1 cup of blueberries a day, you can actually start to probably see a lot of improvement over time in a lot of areas of your health. Now, blueberries, you can have them either frozen or fresh, and they're going to have the same properties. They're one of the very few pieces that, having it not fresh doesn't take away anything from it at all. It's the most helpful berry of any of the berries out there at all. And it's incredibly easy to find. I know our local, like our Costco even carries organic frozen frozen blueberries. So now if you're throwing those, if you are having isogenic shakes and you're throwing those in your shakes, you just want to be mindful if you are watching sugars that, all of our fruits do contain sugar. So you just want to adjust that and maybe have a half a cup at a time, and that's fine. Or, have them in the afternoon, little afternoon snack, that kind of thing. Not going to be finding any fresh blueberry locally grown as we head into winter. So frozen is going to be your best bet. Okay, and then on the supplements, what can you take supplementary? And I love to take real foods and eat real foods, but we do have a lot of supplements that we just simply cannot eat the quantities of the foods to get that same effect. And one of those is probiotics. Of course, the precursor to that is prebiotics. So the combination of the two are very helpful. If you are buying these, you want to make sure that you are staying away from anything that is not organic and GMO. Uh, Also, there's a lot of probiotics on the market that are filled with soy and even gluten. So read your labels. This is where you're going to have to be a label reader if you're going out there in the world to buy your probiotics. There's some good ones out there, but good ones are going to cost you 30, 40, $50, like not the cheap ones, you guys. Uh, Aptogenic herbs. So can you maybe think of 3 different items that you have available to you in isogenics that are loaded with aptogenic herbs? Yeah, I know the first one that all comes to mind. We don't leave home without it, right? That's our ionics. We have that first thing in the morning. Also, our tea plus chai and our e-shots. So all of those are loaded in aptogenic herbs. So we have that very easily found. We don't have to go outside of our product line very far to we just stay right there. Also, digestive enzymes, and these are important for a couple of reasons. But if you're already having gut issue, then any food that you want to eat, bring into your body at all, we want to go ahead and use digestive enzymes to help break that up, help that gut to process even easier. So you want to take that digestive enzyme about a half an hour or so before you actually have your food. And the other thing is we want to also make sure that we are, whatever nutrition is actually in that food, whether it be something you make at home or something that you're having out, especially if it's not organic and everything. I mean, our bodies need all the nutrients they can get, and so that digestive enzyme helps you to break that down and deliver the nutrients into your system right away as well. And we do have Isogenics has digestive enzymes that are incredibly affordable and very, very effective. So I highly recommend you use those. You can use them 1 or 2 every single meal that you take. You don't really need them with your shakes if you're taking our the whey protein shakes, because we have digestive enzymes already built into that. If you're using the dairy-free, then you might want to add that. And also with your bars. If you're ever doing the meal replacement bars, you can have a digestive enzyme and they'll help out even more. All disease begins in the gut. Hippocrates actually said this hundreds of years ago, said that all disease begins in the gut. And so it really does come down to our gut health and what we're doing and everything. And so in today's world, it is so confusing when we go to the grocery store and, they have this aisle now, this whole, like, supermarkets have never been so big. And the entire aisle is filled with cereal. And that's, the first meal that we wake up and have every day. And you guys, that's destroying the gut. It is. And we have to look at our kids and are they eating cereal? I mean, I did a whole piece on why we should not be exposing our bodies to cereal at all. It actually turns rancid in your gut. But, look at what are your kids, grandkids, and, other members of your family, what are they having first thing in the morning? We really want to look at that and start to protect that gut as much as possible. What might be incredibly damaging to your gut might not as damaging to somebody else. So not everybody has issues, say, with gluten, or at least that you know of. But if it's not affecting your gut, it may be affecting other pieces, say your joints or that all important brain, mental fog. Because that's everything I had to tell you tonight about leaky gut. I could actually go on and on and on for another hour on this subject. But I do want to talk about our total transformation, our 90 days to a more fabulous you. This is just a little glimpse at week 1, which is grounding, and those that are going through the journey already started with this. This is something that you can't join, so don't look at joining it right now. I mean, you can join in the future, but not now. For those of you that are unaware of what I have been up to this last year, I've been in school to become a certified health coach, and I am kind of a junkie when it comes to learning about health. And it isn't all nutrition, but it is all coming down to nourishment and what really nourishes our bodies and our brains, and what's taken away from that. And so when I decided to find a schooling of some kind, it was a big, long process and took actually 2 years. And then all of a sudden, this fell right into my lap, and it was a perfect fit for me. And I'm super excited to see a couple of team members are actually going through that journey now as well. So what I decided in the beginning, why I even created this, is I wanted to open up a door for the team. I wanted to be a tool for you that you could use me as. Now, this is not, I am not here to take over your Isogenics business. I'm not here to guide your Isogenics clients. That's your job. You're the coach there. What I'm here to do is to assist you, to assist your people into a total transformation. That's a 90-day process, okay? And so my goal for this is to create retention like never before, crazy retention, and a real good solid founding for people coming in, that they understand that, it's a big picture and what this looks like. And through that, they can expect to see maybe a more calmer them, maybe a more grounded, maybe some weight loss, definitely more energy, definitely more happiness, more fulfillment. So that's what we're looking for in this total transformation. I am taking you through a journey of the right foods for you, as well as the right accountability, the right kind of coaching. Your people have, if you happen to introduce them to this, they are going to get little nuggets of isogenics along the way. Certainly, they'll get little nuggets to connect with you on a more regular basis. That kind of thing is also my intention. Become a part of the total transformation. Like I said, the first one already started. You may not join it. They are small groups. All right, and the first one completely maxed out, and we have a wait list for the next one that starts the first week of November. And first of all, you get to experience with me a one-on-one discovery session. So all my gals that have already gone through their discovery session, maybe you can comment here and let people know how painful that was. Just kidding. And we go through that, and we together map it out and see if this is a right fit for you or not. All right. And a lot of my gals as are going through this are saying, wow, I learned so much I didn't even realize. And some people feel like, they can take what they learned in that little 1 hour, off and just run with it. Well, most people are deciding that they do want to be part of this total transformation. Okay, so that's the first piece. And then I put you in a totally private Facebook group that will implode, go away when this is over. So it's a very short time that we have together, a 90-day journey. And right when you start out, there's already a piece for you to watch, a webinar. It'll be up there right away. So if you're going to be in my November group, as soon as you enter, you find that there's already a piece to connect with. And then each week throughout the journey, once we begin, you'll see something just like this. And I walk through a webinar, and that'll take about 20 minutes on a Monday and be a piece for you to follow through, at least one piece to follow through throughout the week. And Wednesdays, we'll typically go in and do a little bit of a Facebook Live. You'll know in advance what time that's going to be. So if you can participate, great. If not, it'll be there and recorded for you later. And by the end of the week, beginning of next week, the entire lesson goes away and a new one appears. So it's not a group with chatter and noise. It's a focused group with information and practice. All right, so that's that. So if you have people that you want to, or you're guiding towards participating in the total transformation, you can find my link to schedule in our files section. Okay, it'll say link to schedule with Scott and Gina, and I have them broken down in there. All right, that's everything for this week. Again, free enrollment. Get yourself to ICU in November because we want to have a lot of fun. We really, really, really want to have fun with you, but we want to learn with you. So Uncle Sam is happy to provide the tax break for us to all go. So let's go and be together, and hey, maybe we'll even get warm. That's it for tonight. See you next week. Bye-bye.